Hi, welcome to today's reading. So I already had a card fall out today of the animal pack. So I wanted to just look at that card and then talk about some runes and tarot to go with it, just to get a little bit more clarity for you. So today we have the trout and the lily of the valley. Now it represents a lot about purification. And this is a time where if you've been going through a lot of struggles lately, or just a time where things have felt a little bit out of sync, or there's just been struggle, this is heralding a time of happiness coming in, an end to struggle, an end to things that aren't swimmingly going along. Lily of the Valley as well, I love this plant. Where I used to live, we used to have Lily of the Valley all around the front garden. It's also connected to Taurus as well, which is my star sign. So if you are an earth sign or Taurus, then this might be for you. But that could also be like Virgo or Capricorn. But I think this is particularly for Taurus, as the plant that represents that star sign. So there was a rune as well that fell out of the bag, which is unusual. We don't normally have things falling out all the time, but maybe that's something on here. Maybe there's been a fallout of some sort, and this is about regaining a flow or a balance. And the rune that came out actually was Answers, and this is, I'm not sure whether it came out in the reverse or upright, to be honest, but this is usually a rune about communication. It's representing the element of air. So this could be about communication flow, so allowing communication. So it feels like it's been a bit of a bumpy ride in terms of communication. Now this could be about family or friendships or relationships, or just how you've been communicating with yourself. Maybe you've been a bit hard on yourself, and let's see what other runes we have that go with that, so we can get a clearer idea. Okay, so we've got I was, which is signalling the death and rebirth here. So there's been an ending to something, and perhaps this communication is about wanting to start again, like have a new beginning coming through on here. But with the purification there, it's almost like, imagine some slabs that have got moss growing over them and stuff, and you've just stepped out into the springtime. You're like, I'd like to sit in my garden now, but it's covered in moss. So you want to clean it all off so that you can feel good about it. So it feels new, it feels fresh, it feels clean. That's kind of like what's going on here. Is it's like a new beginning where you've cleansed something, you've cleaned something in order to make you happy, to make you feel good. And Kainaz here as well signals this is illumination. So this is highlighting to you, maybe something has been illuminated, and we are moving into the full moon energy right now. So things are becoming more illuminated during the next couple of days. I've got that 222 portal as well, which has been open, which I don't know about anybody else, but it kind of makes you feel a bit like you're in the Truman Show or something. There's a lot of strange things that are occurring, or if you are thinking about certain things or manifesting certain things, the full moon can allow you to release things that are holding you back from that. And I feel for this, there's something that's really been highlighted and illuminated to you at this time. Now this connects you to your solar plexus, which is the seat of your power. So this is allowing you to really sit in your power and recognize, actually, this ending was meant to be, and this is herald a time for a new beginning. And maybe it's thrown you into action to make some changes to do that. So let's pick some tarot cards to just clarify this a little bit. So, okay, well, that was easy. Let's have a look. Do you know, I'm not going to look at all of these ones. I'm going to keep these three that popped out just there. I'm going to look at that one because that's quite interesting. Okay, yeah, well, maybe we will. Maybe we will look at all of these. Right, that happened for a reason. I will take that. So, first of all, we have the star in the reverse position. So this is kind of like a lack of hope, something that you feel maybe is hopeless at this time. And you've been very stuck in your head about this, almost like there's an opportunity though with this card. There's an opportunity for surrendering something, for allowing yourself to drop into your heart space and recognize, actually, I don't need to be so hard on myself. I don't need to really beat myself up over this. I can let go a little bit. And with the star in the reverse position, you know, this is, I feel for you that you are starting to lose hope a little bit on there. I'm going to just have a look at the Five of Swords though, to give you a little bit more clarity on what that is talking about. Because sometimes there's little key words. So conflict, unfair advantage, experiencing loss, the need to build your skills and your confidence, hollow victories. So I feel like this is kind of being at war with yourself, and this loss of hope, it's fake. I'm going to say that it's fake. I don't think you really believe that all hope is lost. I think you're telling yourself that because maybe you feel like you can't move forward here, or you don't know how to move forward, so it's easier to just pretend that it's never going to happen. But we've got the Fool and the Chariot, which they flew out right in front of me there. So this is actually, you do see a victory here. You do see a chance to take action. And it's going to bring you to a place where I feel like you've never been before, maybe. But it all starts with you taking a leap of faith, taking a chance on this, understanding, actually, you know, you can just let go of holding on to things that are, just holding you back, basically. It almost looks like a crocodile on there. And I feel like for many of you here, perhaps you have a feeling like people view you in that way, almost like, you know, if you've been patiently waiting or sat there sort of like thinking, you know, when's the best time for this to move? When is the best time for me to do this? When is the best time for me to take this leap of faith, to jump into this? But feeling like you look like this crocodile almost, it's kind of going to put you off from stepping forwards. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like this might actually be about imposter syndrome. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So if this is about heading towards like a new job or something like that, it might be that you don't feel that you possess everything that you need to be able to move forward for it. So you're constantly stuck in your head and feeling like all hope is lost, but deep down you know it isn't. And you could relate that to, so as this is a collective reading, you could relate that to a job opportunity, but you could also relate that to perhaps an opportunity in a connection, like a relationship or friendship. Because what I also have here is the Two of Cups. And this has come out already today, this morning. I don't know if you saw a video I did before about the runaway train. It was very, very specific message. And this is talking about now, you know, there's a feeling within you of an opportunity for a union, for connection, you know, and for some of you this might be about maybe asking somebody to marry you, or, you know, getting engaged or something like that, and you're not sure. So this kind of, it's pulling back the energy a little bit. So it's like the end of one side of a connection into entering into a brand new, fresh perspective, brand new ideas on there. Okay, and I feel like this is something that you've walked away from in the past, something that you felt wasn't working for you. There's no chance of it as well, but you kind of you were blocked with your energy on that one. Allowing yourself to be blocked maybe, or just feeling blocked. Maybe there were other things in the way that kind of stopped you from being able to feel fully in it, or just didn't see a way forward in this. But that cup there, it still has that flame inside it, so it never actually went away, even though you turned your back onto it. So I feel like that's what the Five of Swords is saying on here. And with the Five of Cups as well, this is kind of like somebody that sort of has some regret here, that's kind of like feeling a little bit like bereaved, you know, dwelling on something, thinking about things, and wondering what kind of happened there. So there's an energy here of this purification of like, just, you know, washing all of that away, wash all of that regret and stuff away. Wash away this feeling of no hope. You know, it feels very much like this is in your head, this is holding you back in your mind, when actually the Chariot and the Two of Cups and the Fool is kind of suggesting that there is a new beginning here. There's a way forward, but you have to take a leap of faith. You have to take action. You have to get yourself out of there. So let's see what a final outcome could be on this for you. So yeah, I mean, kind of like if you sat there waiting for something to land in your lap, maybe this is a signal that no, you need to get out there, like, you know, get a shower, get in a waterfall or something, purify yourself of all of these sabotaging thoughts and feelings, the things that are holding you back. Some of you, it might be that an inability to make a decision because you're afraid of making the wrong decision. But any decision can be, you know, changed at any point. You know this. And for some of you as well, I feel like there's an element of wanting some emotional fulfillment here. Maybe there's a need for love and support at this time and feeling a connection to something that makes you feel like you're coming home. I've just had a message there where it's like heading towards something that feels like home. Okay, yeah, and we've got with that the Nine of Pentacles, which is quite a slow energy with this, but it is a fulfillment. It's kind of like somebody who is, you know, self-made, doesn't really need anybody, doesn't really need anything. You've got this stability. So if this is you right now and you've been working on yourself during this time, then you've got everything you need to be able to move forward now. Or maybe this is you looking at somebody else and thinking like, you know, oh, well, they don't need me because they've got everything that they want. But you can't make assumptions like that. And that's what this star is kind of talking about. It's like you're losing all hope of things moving forward. But Cainaz is kind of representing this beacon of light within you. Like, pay attention to the signs and the signals and the things that you are seeing, that you're hearing, that you're feeling, all of those things that are around you at this time. I've got the Tower on the bottom of the pack there. So for some of you, you may have had quite an awakening lately. That's kind of bringing this Chariot energy and speeding it up. And for many of you, you've been in this Hermit energy for quite a while. So maybe just really focusing on yourself at this time. But now perhaps it's time to step out of that energy. Yeah, and we've got the Three of Cups on the bottom, which is kind of suggesting, you know, it's time to form those friendships again now. It's time to kind of socialise a bit more. Stepping out, enjoying yourself, having some fun is kind of what needs to happen. Yeah, like really shine. Allow yourself to be seen, to shine, because deep down, you haven't given up hope. And there may be regret there, but you've got to wash all of that away and start again. And for some of you, this might be about reaching out into the limelight. Maybe you've been thinking about setting up your own YouTube channel or getting something out there that you want to get out there. Now would be a great time to do that. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom there as well. So this is like feeling quite content and at home, feeling like you've got the stability, financial stability, pardon me, as well, that you want, that you need. Well, there's a bit of healing going on here actually as well. So I don't know if you've been healing, working on healing yourself. Everything that you've done, everything that you are working towards here, if love is what you're looking for, if connection and commitment is what you're looking for, which it kind of suggests with the Two of Cups there. And I had the Ten of Pentacles a minute ago, didn't I? Yeah. And we've got the Lovers on the bottom there as well. So if that is what you're looking for and you're worried about, is there any hope, is there any chance kind of thing, this is kind of suggesting that, yeah, there is. But I would say that there's this kind of a slow process to this. And there's a feeling I'm getting as well of like, oh, it's too much to think about, I'll just run away. I'll just kind of not bother. But it keeps coming back to you. It keeps reaching for you. So yeah, let me see on here. For someone here, I feel like you need to get into water. You need to go on a lake or a river or something. You need to go out, get out there and do something. Aha, got the Ten of Cups on the bottom there as well, which is a wish fulfillment. You know, desires being sorted. We've got the King of Pentacles on here as well, which I'm not sure if that was in the reverse or upright position, So this might be as well something holding you back, where you don't feel perhaps very financially stable at this time. Maybe that is a concern for you in moving forward, because for some of you, I feel like you don't feel that you've got enough to offer at this time. But what Spirit want you to know is that, you know, when it comes to connections such as love, that it needs to be unconditional. And the fact is, it's not about what you've got, what car you drive, you know, what house you've got or what money you've got. If you love somebody and they love you back, then all of those things shouldn't matter. It shouldn't be about what you've got. It should be about how it feels, how you connect, how you communicate. So let's see a final outcome on here. We've got Page of Pentacles. I've also got the Page of Swords as well. So this is kind of like getting balance. There's definitely an element of gaining more knowledge, and with Kanas there as well, it's sort of like, I feel like somebody has become more aware here of something. You've had an idea, and it's driving you forward now into sort of like, you know, there's an opportunity. There is an opportunity that has opened up for you. And I do feel that this could be between now and the 1st of March that this opportunity starts to become apparent because of your energy becoming more. It's just, you've got to watch that your passion isn't dwindling a little bit. You're starting to get a little bit fed up. And actually, that's usually when a miracle happens, is when you're starting to really give up, that things start to actually happen for you and show up for you. I'm going to see what these ones are that just fell out of the pack there. Okay, so yeah, you are being guided by your intuition here. You need to follow that. Again, this is showing illumination. It's also representing the divine feminine. So for some of you, this could be representing a feminine in your life that maybe has illuminated these things for you, and that has brought this out for you. Definitely feeling that, because I've got the Queen of Swords as well. So this is somebody who's quite a strong communicator, can come across quite direct. So for some of you, this may be a female in your life that is kind of like, you know, cut like a knife almost, but made you very aware and highlighted some things for you that you need to look at. And it's kind of making you assess your options here, and assessing the illusions, because there's 2 cards here that represent illusion. We've got the 7 of Cups and the Moon. So you are struggling with illusion at the moment. What is real and what isn't? And the only way to find that out is through communication. So that's communication potentially with other people, but also communicating with yourself as to what it is that you really want and that you need at this time. But there is some very strong energy coming through on this about driving something forward, cleansing the past, that regret and things, and you know, how you may have been, or the signs that you've missed in the past, or how things have been blocked in the past. It's a time to clear and cleanse all of that so that you can step into a happier way of being, a more fulfilling space. So let's just get one last card to give us any information on this connection now. So what can we see to end this reading? Let's have a look. What information can you give us, Spirit, on this last little bit of reading? The Hanged Man. This is surrender. This is taking a new perspective. There is no going back. There is no turning back. There is only the way forward. And the way forward requires surrendering something, introspection, and taking a new perspective on things. Now, if you would like more clarity on this reading, if you want to continue this reading, then please do get in touch, and we can do a full reading for you specifically, personally, to have a look deeper into this, and any specific questions as well that you might have too. So please do get in touch. Have a blessed day.